Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl here, Tanika Dunn, also known as Time to Learn. Welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for tuning in. I know it's been a minute since my last upload, but before we even start, I have to say thank you so much for viewing my last video. It has reached over 100 views, which honestly I thought that I would never get this fast, because I don't know, my vlogs have been doing fairly well, but that last video that I just uploaded kind of just skyrocketed way past my initial expectations, I guess. So thank you so much for tuning in. I'm back with you again for another video. For those of you who has been tuning into my vlogs and kind of following me a little bit, I have finished kindergarten. Yes, my kindergarten placement is all finished, and it's bittersweet because honestly I am going to miss those kids so dearly, but I am headed to grade 6. Yeah, grade 6. I'm a little bit scared, nervous, but here's hoping that it goes good. I mean, I'm in a great school, so enough about that. If you want to see that, then you can continue to watch my vlogs and go like that. But for right now, I'm here to show you guys. I have some of the books that I've been reading to the kindergartners throughout my placement, and I've collected some favorites, and I'm here to show you guys what basically what I've been reading and how they've been I don't know, discussing with the books and how they've been liking it and all that kind of stuff. So if you're interested in books for kindergarteners, or just overall a whole kind of book haul, then just keep watching. Okay, so my teacher, I was gonna say her name but I can't say her name on this thing, was the absolute best teacher that I could have asked for. She has helped me tremendously, and honestly I thank her so much. And on my last day I gave her this beautiful mug that I made, and it's a whole little DIY kind of thing, which she absolutely loved. And I didn't expect her to get me a gift because I don't know, teachers have a bunch of students and stuff like that, so I wasn't gonna think that she's gonna do anything, but she did. So that's actually the first book I'm gonna start off with today, and it's a classic. Oh, the Places You'll Go. Funny enough, I brought this book in to read with the kids fairly early on in my visit. If you don't know about this book, it's by Dr. Seuss. And this book is basically about, it's about a story about a little boy who takes on adventures, and they talk about how far you're gonna go in life and all stuff like that. I've also heard that they talk about this book, or they read snippets of it during graduation, because kindergartners moving on to grade 1 and starting this whole new journey and stuff like that. So getting this book was sentimental for me, because it's just she's this lady who believes in where I'm gonna go and what's coming next and stuff like that, and she just seemed like she really genuinely cared about me and my journey. So this is actually the first book to my personal library, so I got it from her and I'm really excited. It's a good copy. It's hardcover with the little what do you call that plastic film on the inside that has that flap in there. So this is definitely here in my room. It's portrayed just displayed there. So that's the first book. Okay, so the second book that I want to talk about is an absolute favorite of mine, and it's fairly new too, Honey Smoke. Hopefully you guys can see it. Just take in the art. The illustrator did their thing on this book. When I tell you, if you are a girly girl and you like pink and purples and a whole bunch of just girly stuff, you are going to love this book. This book is about a little girl, and what's her name? I think her name is Simone. Yeah, Simone. And her mom is black, her dad is white, and she wants to find a color of her own. So she wants to find a color that kind of describes how she is, and then she describes her mom's color as honey, and she describes her dad's color as smoke. And she's here, she's dreaming, and she said that she found it in the clouds, and she named herself Honey Smoke, which I think is absolutely adorable because it's like such a cute book. On this page right after, there's like a whole bunch of names. That she kind of talks about. So terracotta, bronze, sun quartz, like honestly, it's limitless. And I read this book to actually a grade 1-2 class, and they absolutely loved it. I love it too. I think it's just a great read. This is a book I hope to buy in my personal library, but it's fairly new, so I can't really find it that much. But this is definitely a book that I want to have, especially if you're a teacher who wants to incorporate diversity into your books. Then this is definitely one of them. Next, Pig the Stinker. If you have, well, I was in kindergarten, so this was a great book to read to them, but this is a silly book, and it's about this pug named Pig, and he doesn't want to take a bath. So literally they call him, I'll read the back. It says, "Ew, what a stinker. Pig isn't just the world's greediest pup. He's the dirtiest too. It's high time he had a bath. But try telling Pig that." So throughout the book, the owner is trying to catch him, and like, look at the first page. It's just like gross. The owner's trying to catch him and tell him to take a bath, and he keeps on refusing. And he's just like so dirty. But yeah, it's a funny book. I read this on my last day with the kids. So this was the last book. They loved it, and because it says stinker, like kindergartners eat that stuff up. Like they loved it so much. Okay, my third book, When the Snow Falls. We had a really big snowfall here in Toronto that lasted like a week or so, and the day I went back, I read this book, and it's just about kids playing in the snow. It's a cute book, it's not bad. All the books I tend to get the kids are rhyming books, and they picked up on that pretty fast. They're like, "Oh, Miss Stein, every book that you have rhymes." And I'm like, I wonder why. Because I've been working on phonemic awareness with them, so rhyming is one of the first steps. So one of the pages are, "Woods hush, fields glisten, wren sings, we listen." So it's a totally cute book, and honestly, if you have a snow day, read a snow book. Kids will make the connection. This was a great book. What do you do with a tale like this? This book was read for predicting purposes, and I think it's really, really great for that. I'm not sure, but I think it won an award. I think it's like a fairly famous book. And I'll show you a page. And what it does, so it shows you. And it says, "What do you do with ears like these?" And on the next page, they show you all the animals that they're associated with. So if you're working on predicting, you'll be like, "What animal is this? Or what animal is that? Or that, or that, or that." And they'll take their guesses, and based on what they know, they'll try their best. And when you turn it over, you could read to them, and then they get to learn about animals too, which was pretty useful for them. They like this book. Because I went back for New Year's, I brought this one. It was called Squirrel's New Year's Resolutions, and we talked about resolutions with them, and we ended up having a, what's it called, like a poem, like a weekly poem based on resolutions. So it's about a little squirrel who makes resolutions about like changing for the better and stuff like that. So this was a good book. I know there's not a lot of books about New Year's or resolutions in general, so if you're looking for one, this is a good one. One Snowy Day. It's about kids playing in the snow. I'm pretty sure in this book the back says, when millions of snowflakes blanket the town in white, one energetic puppy and two children set out for a day of friends, sledding, snowballs, puppy hijinks, and more. So it's like another snowy book for kindergarteners. Like, you guys know that like they eat this stuff up and they just love like seeing kids play, because in a way they're kind of like living through them because they're playing too. And we've had like a lot of indoor recesses and they haven't been able to go outside, so reading like fun books like this kind of like gets their imagination going, and like, oh, you know what, like even though I don't get to go outside, I get to see them play, and like they give me ideas on what I get to make when I go home and I get to play in the snow, if they do. I like this book. Kindergarten is cool. Now this is a great, I would say more so this is a book to read if you're a starting teacher who is just starting kindergarten, so like the first week of maybe kindergarten, because this just, I don't know, it lets kids know that like kindergarten's a cool place to be, not to be nervous or anything like that. Like, honestly, the kids, when I read this book, the kids made so much connections to it because they're kids just like themselves. They said when you wake up for school, you'll get dressed really cool with your sneakers and socks and your lunch in a box. Kindergarten's begun. Big kids say that it's fun, but is it really true? Will it be fun for you? And like, honestly, like I would stop every now and then and be like, oh, how many of you guys get dressed yourselves, or how many of you guys have help, or how many of you guys brush your teeth, or how many of you guys take the bus? Like, you know, it's just like a great book that just like, it just shows them what kindergarten is like, and like not to be scared. So this was a fun one. The last book that I'm gonna share with you was a favorite in my classroom. It's called This Book Just Stole My Cat. And that's literally what the book is. It's just such a weird book. It starts off with the character having a cat. Let's see. And so that's the character and this cat. And as you can see in this page, the cat starts to disappear in the middle, like literally in the fold of the book, and the character is left like, hold on, where did my cat just go? So basically throughout the book he writes you a note, and it's a fun note. Let me see if I can find the note for you guys. So he writes this fun note, and it says, "Dear reader, please can you help rescue us? This book seems to sneeze when it's tickled. So here are some instructions for you." And it tells you to wiggle your fingers and to get them all warmed up and to tickle the book like literally right in the fold. So what I did is I called 3 kids up to the front. I let them like warm up their fingers, and then they tickled it. Each one tickled the middle. And on the next page, everything is released. So the kids are like, oh my gosh, like it worked and stuff like that. And I'm sitting there like, okay, like yeah, it worked. And it tells you to keep tickling, keep tickling, keep tickling. And I picked 3 new kids to tickle those ones. And then the cat is released. And here it says, "Terrific tickling, thank you, Ben." And Ben is the little boy here. Can you see that? Ben's him. So this was a great book. Honestly, it's very silly. At the end, the cat is like a helicopter tail because when he disappeared, something went wrong and he wasn't able to fix it. So at the end of the book, he writes you like a note like, "Oh, can you help me fix my cat?" and stuff like that. What I didn't know about this book is that there's 3 more versions. So this book just ate my dog. We're in the wrong book, and this book is out of control. So if I ever see those, I'll try to pick them up, but this one was a fun one. Like, I enjoyed reading this one to them. Okay, if you made it to the end of this video, thank you for watching. Those are just a select few of the books that I enjoyed reading. I'm looking here if I have any more, and I don't have any more with me. These ones have to go back soon because they were borrowed, they're not mine. But some of them I will definitely be buying to put in my own personal library. Overall, I had really I had a lot of fun, you know, in kindergarten, and I'm so happy to have had the help that I've had, because honestly it's hard out here and learning these things all on your own, especially for a student teacher like myself. Like, it's not easy. So I just want to thank you guys for supporting. I'm really happy that I was able to get support at my next placement, and I'll be moving on to the next one. So if you like this video, make sure you comment, like, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. And remember, it's never too late to learn.